playing on the blue team. Basically, I just want to jump into this match real quick. I want to get this started for you guys. Just need to adjust this because I'm a sucker for perfection. Just going to ask these guys to ready up. So, of course, we do have the first game, which is going to be Forest of Niflheim. As we can see, we are going to be watching the splits right now. We do have, it is very much a conquest map. We have Henge over here, we have Mine over here, we have the Keep over here. We also have two bosses. Each boss is worth 25 points, and it also gives each team a stat bonus of plus 50 per stat. That stat does stack if you kill both bosses, so that's an extra 100 points. And 50 points if you get both bosses as well. So it's very nice to use those bosses and to also go for, as you get those buffs as well. Just missing this fight over here at Henge, as we do see that some of the guys taking Xerix is very much on his own as he goes over towards Henge. He's actually playing on his Mesmer, so they're just going to jump in on Xerix here very, very quickly. He's just going to try and go make sure that they actually keep Henge, as Red have just gone straight over to go for their far point. Looks like they're going to be going for a close and far cap at the moment. Xerix is doing a lot of damage here on his Mesmer. Feel My Love is about to go down. He needs to try and get out of there if he can. Be patient on that if he can at the moment. Mr. Dob, okay, is actually just about to go down there, getting down by Xerix, doing a lot of damage around that point at the moment. Feel My Love actually going down off point as well. Both guys not really fighting together there. They just need to stay together, probably benefit a little bit more off each other's boons. Kenny now moving to the mid, as Blue are now going to put that pressure on the midpoint as they have wiped Red that came over to Henge. So they will be running into this point with very much a Spirit Ranger, and also, as we see Forsaker down here, just going to jump in on his point of view right now. He is the Necromancer for this team, running a staff. He will be running the 30-10-0-0-30, which is a nice little variation on condition spec. Just going to check this out for a second here. So it's very much, it's probably more a condition crit precision spec, which is actually the case, which is very nice, which is a lot of people are running at the moment. This midpoint is still very much up for grabs at the moment, as Red are coming back into it now as they realise the far point is probably not the best idea for them at the moment. We do see that Fake Fights is actually going for the boss over here at the moment, so he's going to get that added stat boost which they're going to need in the mid to conquer this fight. We do see Pink has gone down just off point at the moment. No one coming in for that res. It seems they've got a lot of CC going down those guys. Mr. Dob indeed going down off point as well. Kenny going for that down. He will get that down on Mr. Dob. So we do see the blue team very much in control at the moment on this map, with a total of 60 points ahead currently. We do see only Mr. Law, bless him, is the only one left. One of our ESL admins doing a very good job there supporting the unfortunately going down there. No comment. I'll give him some crap for that later. Tex just trying to contest that point there. They are going to try and contest the point, maybe go for the near and the far, try and split those guys up. They're very good in those team fights. So Blue very much coming back into Henge right now. We do see that he's going down. Tex going down very, very fast. Anyone going to be able to get down the res on him? As Fake Fights goes down for that down, but they have stealthed him. They're going to go for that res. They're getting him up right now. Feel My Love is going for that down, but he is actually getting a load of damage on him as well. So they're both dead and they're both in stealth at the moment. So they need to get some AoE down on there now, using that number 3, the engineer, to blast that bomb backwards. But they have very much got this fight. Kenny going for the down there. We do see Pink Demon actually got caught as well as he's trying to escape out of the point. He's going to go down there as well. Let's go and have a look at Mr. Dob, who is on the midpoint at the moment with Mr. Law. Unfortunately, the guys who have just been wiped at Henge, though the red-blue team, will be going to mid to support that point on that cap at the moment. So 110 points-ish ahead as we are on the Mr. Dobbs perspective at the moment, running the Elixir R, which has obviously got that toolkit to Elixir R. Res and conditioner removal, going for the flamethrower as well, and the bomb kit. We're going to have a quick look at his traits as well. Very much going for a condition spec as well. Surprised he's not using grenades at the moment. He could be ranging onto that point with grenades rather than using bombs, which is, in my opinion, probably the better option there. As Kenny goes for the down there. and a bit of a jump about. Feel My Love coming into the point now. He is going to try and take down. Oh, did well to get out there actually, but he's going to get bursted down. Unfortunately, as he just backs out of the point with that back out heel, I think he got himself a little bit of damage as he came down off the point. Do you see that the boss has indeed been taken over on the right hand side just then? So we've got 25 points. As you can see, there is that buff there. 50 points for all base stats, last for 90 seconds. So that's very, very good in team fights, which Red do really, really need at the moment. I think that's a good bonus for them if they can use it in a team fight at the moment. Xerix very much going down for the damage on Mr. Law. As we can see him running in the way there, he's got a spirit spec at the moment, so it's going to be tough to take down, but I think he's got a little bit of damage in that spec also. Xerix very much trying to focus him and also protect their close point at the moment, as Svan Chieftain has just respawned on this point as well. Very much having a problem trying to decap the close. Blue are indeed moving extremely well between the mid and the close. Not once going for Henge at all, really. Zerk's mainly focusing his damage now. We're just going to go on down on him, but he is actually down outside the point. And Red are very much taking control of this fight now, but is it too late? 150 points left for Blues to try and win this match. They're just going to range out the Mesmer rather than go down for the port, since he's out of the point at the moment. They're just going to let him bleed out, put a little bit of extra damage on him. So that's a good job there. Henge is now there, so they're going to try and go for the side points, but will they be greedy? Will they go for mid as well? This is where sometimes it can be a little bit of an issue, because you are so far away from your teammates. Do you maybe put a tiny bit of pressure on the mids and then they draw people back? I don't know, but as you can see, they've left the point open there, so it would have been nice Pink trying to get maybe a couple of decaps on that. Fake Fights has just gone down there, so they can try and get the res. They are getting the res up on now. He's just got back up, right? Feel My Love just going down off the point there. They'd probably best if they can actually try and bleed him out a bit. They did actually get the down. Pink Demon is on the side there. Unfortunately, it's not in the best place. He is against two people. Maybe better if he just pulls out, since there is 3 or 4 of the blue team now in mid. We see Mr. Dob over the other side as well, coming in for Red. So Red are catching up at the moment, 120 points behind. They've still got the Chieftain over there, which might be a useful kill. We do see around the back of Keep at the moment. Pink Demon is very much low on HP as he gets taken down by the pet of the opposite side of Kenny, Forsaker just going for the down on over there. So we do see at the moment Fake Fights. Nice little portal play going down over at Henge. Zerix just dropping that portal in to try and get all the guys from mid to that point very, very quickly, just to try and burst in and get down a lot of focus damage, which is working down on Texaby right now. The healing is coming out. He's doing really, really well to stay up. He is looking quite screwed at the moment. He's got that elixir gun out. He needs to try and pop that and maybe put down a heal if he can, but he's not going to do it. He's not going to put that heal down. He needs to get it up now. There we go. He's done it. Number 5. Unfortunately, he did get interrupted, which means Fake Fights is going to take him down at the moment. He might be able to delay him a little bit, but not by much. So now the only real help the Red have, if they can, is to indeed get these 2 boss kills. That's 50 points and a load of stats if they get into these mid fights. We need to try and see this from the Red team at the moment, but they are getting currently wiped across the map. As you see, Pink Demon is trying to escape from Henge, but it's probably better trying to actually keep that point, since it is only 50 points to the end of the moment. Mr. Dob at mid trying to put on that pressure as well, so they're keeping the midpoint at bay. But they have indeed recapped Henge. Zerix on very low HP there. No one from Red coming in to maybe capitalise on that low HP as well. But it does look like Fake Fights is very much there to defend the guys as well. Pink Demon coming in. They know there's only 40 points left. They need to decap this point. They need to decap mid. Can they do it? There's 2 boss kills as well, potentially. It is a little bit tight for them to go for that. If they do go for that, they will be losing any potential to get the decaps. At the moment, as you can see, mine is very much dead at the moment. Forsaker and the guys have just defended mid with that kill on Mr. Law and Mr. Dob. Unfortunately, it does look like Eclipse will win this match. Not unfortunately, very fortunately for them. Red going down there to those guys is 1-0 to Eclipse. Very, very good job from them indeed. Had very, very good point control between the mid and Henge. They only lost it once. Did an extremely good job there to keep that. So we're going to be moving into the next map here. We do see Eclipse indeed, not Team Mister, sorry. There we go. I'm sure they would love me to give them the win just by me deciding. I'm just going to make Eclipse change the scoreboard here. So yeah, very, very good game there. We did see a nice teamwork from Eclipse. Haven't really seen Team Meister, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, play very often. So I'm a bit unsure how solid they are as a team, and whether or not, I do know independent guys in this team at the moment. I'm familiar with Feel My Love, etc. Mr. Law obviously is one of the ESL admins. I'm just going to give him a little bit of attention here. He's playing Spirit Ranger spec, but also he's running that Signet of Renewal, which is curing those conditions every 10 seconds, which is very useful. And also that Healing Spring, which does indeed cure conditions on allies. The new heal for the Ranger, probably not very, very good in terms of the support spec that he's running. So he's running that, which is definitely the better choice of the two. He'll be running 0, 0, 30, 30, 10. Pretty standard Ranger Spirit spec with a couple of different changes in traits there. We do see Pink Demon. He was playing, sorry about that, he was playing a 30, 20, 0, 0, 20 spec, going for the Dumbfire, obviously the burning on crit. Nice fear condition spec, pretty much the bog standard condition Necro right there. If you still need to play it very, very well. Going for the Summon Flesh Worm there, which you can teleport to and also use for poison on your foes, which is very, very useful. Mr. Dob running Engineer. Probably speedy kits, I'm gathering, with the Vigor on the speed. Also going for the regen on health for kits, so every time he equips a kit he will be regenerating health as well, so permanent health regeneration, permanent swiftness, and getting a lot of vigor as well. Getting the recharge on the pistol as well, going for forceful explosions and bigger explosions, and critical cool hits inflict burning. I'm going to get these guys to ready up.
The match starts soon.
Feel My Love, just going to quickly go through this. 10, 30, 0, 30, 0. And Texaby is going to go for... Sorry, Texaby is the guy we just went on. It is indeed Mr. Dob, who we went on before as well. So we're just going to go into this match for now. Just going to quickly explain this. We can go through the specs a bit later. There is the Conquest... typical Conquest that we see in Guild Wars 2 at the moment. 3 gone to mid there, which is the Graveyard. Quarry over here, and Waterfall, which is the blue close point, and Quarry is the red close point. Just going to look at this mid fight now, as Tex and Feel My Love are in the mid there with Mr. Law. Very much going for the damage on Kenny at the moment, trying to focus him down as fast as they can, trying to get down his spirits. He's still not used that Nature Spirit yet to, of course, get that raise. He'll probably be popping that quite soon to try and get any condition and... oh wow, Feel My Love going down quite fast there. They did just pick him up, unfortunately. It's just going to go down off point as well. Texaby is trying to escape as well, trying to get to the far point to potentially get a decap, but unfortunately not being able to go and get that. Do see in the mid we have Mr. Law and Mr. Dobb still up with Forsaker coming into the point. Zach is about to go down there on the point. He does get downed by Pink Demon there. Nice down on him. We do see Xerix is coming into the point as well. Just going to see how he's going on this point. Pink Demon doing a nice little port back up. He was using the Flesh Worm teleport skill as he's on the activate. It was a very, very nice little move for him as he was getting pressured on the point there. Xerix very much in the middle of this fight as a Mesmer, which is quite daring to say. Since he's running a great sword, he is pretty much the one of the only guys on this point at the moment, which is why he's actually on the point. Do see Fake and Zach have popped in there as well, getting the down on Mr. Law. Xerix has indeed gone down here. Is anyone going to risk going for the down, or are they just going to range him down? He's getting the res up from Zach now, as we see Feel My Love is taking the pressure down on him as well. We see he has gone down. No red are left at the moment in the midpoint. It does look like, though, They have indeed decapped and recapped Waterfall. As we see, Texaby is going for the door currently on the blue team side. Pink coming into mid, trying to keep that contested. As you see, they have kept this point contested for a long time, but potentially giving them more points per kill than the actual cap for blue on that midpoint. Sometimes it is better to just leave it rather than feed kills, which is unfortunately is what red team are doing at the moment. Even though they are 20 points ahead, blue not capped really, other than capping Waterfall. You can see how much those kills are taking effect at the moment. Just double checking my stream to make sure everything's okay. Right, Xerix is down on the midpoint there. We do see potentially Mr. Law coming in to get that down if he can. They've just, that's the best thing to do. They've just cleave damaged him out. All red are now converging quite well on the mid, but as they've done that, they've actually lost a decap over on Quarry, and Waterfall has been capped now. So they've just flipped the tide round. As you see, Quarry and Waterfall have been recapped there. Just going to go back to this mid fight with Mr. Law. He's very much on full HP. He's got both his spirits up at the moment, just waiting for those cooldowns on those abilities as well. Going down on Phil, my love. Kenny is actually quite low as well. They're trying to focus him down as fast as they can. Zach is just there as well, trying to defend him if at all possible. Kenny's going to go down very, very shortly. He's not got anything left up. But Phil, my love, has been focused very, very hard down on the other side by Forsaker as he comes into the mid. Oh, this is a good job by these guys at the moment. Do see Mr. Law unfortunately going down as well. You see Xerix just up there taking him down from the top, not watching out for that range damage up on top of the point there, which is very, very useful, especially if you're a ranged class. Pink Demon now going for the recap on Quarry, doing a very, very good job at refocusing the team's efforts to try and get that. We do see Texaby is trying to take the Waterfall at the moment with Forsaker and Kenny coming in to try and make sure that he doesn't do that. It might be worth him trying to either escape. He might just be trying to hold them over at that point there so that the red team can get out of their spawn and regroup potentially. As you do see, they have moved into mid now. We do see Pink Demon is in there with Mr. Dobb as well. Mr. Dobb on very much trying to get this. They want to get this cap. They want to get this point decapped as soon as they can, really, as this blue starts to stream into the lead by about 60-70 points here, which of course we do know isn't that much really, because if it gets both teams get to 350, there could be a very interesting Lord play coming into effect, as that Lord is worth 150 points, and if you get to 350 you will win that match. Mr. Dobb now getting a lot of focus on him as his mines come out just as he goes down from Mr. Zach. Just letting Mr. Fake Fights going down for that, as he has indeed got the stability down. Everyone is now going to be called Mr. Apparently. Fake Fights putting some pressure down on Pink. Pink doing a very, very good job at knowing when to bail out the fights rather than giving them the extra 5-point kill on top of the cap that they have at mid. We do see that Waterfall is being contested at the moment. Pink Demon is now going to chase up Fake Fights as he's got the support from Tex. I'm not sure what he's going to use exactly. Probably going to pop into Dash Shroud, potentially maybe go swap to the staff and start raging a bit. Or ranging rather than raging. I was actually going to wait for the for all the cooldowns on this Scepter Dagger. No, it's going to go into his staff now using all those AoEs. Not sure the best thing to use there was the Fear. I would hold that Fear potentially for a down or a CC when you're trying to res. Mr. Law, of course, going down over at Waterfall, done very well to keep that point contested. And from red, needed to support him as soon as they could, but unfortunately didn't get over there. Mr. Dobb going off point and getting caught out up there. And Texaby and Feel My Love just over here on the side of the midpoint. Feel My Love now going down. Red very much in a position where they need to regroup where possible, as blue are taking the match by 100 points at the moment. Pink Demon is now got a lot of pressure on him from Fake Fights, and again using that nice portal on the Summon Fleshworm. Very, very nice at getting out of the fights. Unfortunately, he has gone behind Fake Fights, who might be able to get quite a lot of CC off on him using that bow. Going to just get in on him now to try and actually ascertain whether or not that's the truth. So Hammer Longbow Warrior, by the looks of things at the moment, will go into spec to just double check that in a minute. So he's going to be putting down the fair bit of conditions fairly soon. If Pink Demon has his heal up, which he does at the moment, he'll be able to get rid of those conditions as well. He's doing a very, very good job at the moment at holding this warrior. a really, really nice job, actually. He's doing very, very well. He's going to wait for those boons to build up as well on the warrior, so he can actually change them with that utility there. So I've just forgot the name. With Corrupt Boon, obviously, poison yourself, transform booms on your foe into negative conditions, which is really, really good, especially if he's got the Alyssa rune, which I'm just going to double check now. Yeah, so he gains all boons. So if he uses his elite, he's indeed going to turn all his boons into good additions, which is a very, very nice spec to run against warriors. So a lot of Necros starting to use that utility a lot more. Do see 377 points now from Blue. Is Red feeling the pressure? They're getting a probably almost double point score now, but if Red can get to 350, they've still got a chance, but they need to get these decaps off as soon as possible. Either that or go for a boss kill, which will actually put them only 20 or 30 points behind, but of course if they go for that, then they will be losing people on the map, and Blue will be trying to go for those kills on the mid. Fake Fight's now going from Mr. Dob. He's at about 50% HP, but for Hammer Longbow, obviously, we know that probably doesn't mean much. So we see Zach now on the point, going down quite low. He is the bunker for this team, and he is getting focused quite hard now. He's got all his shouts on cooldown. Was chilled there for a second, but did get rid of that, which is very good. Still got his Virtue of Resolve off cooldown as well. Very much he's going to be using that Empower quite quickly, build up some maybe healing as well, as he's using right there, right now. Still holding the Virtue of Resolve off at the moment. We'll double check, so removing conditions with shouts. I'm wondering if he's got the passive on that. No, he hasn't, indeed. Okay, cool. I thought he might have the passive heal is increased on Virtue of Resolve and is used for allies, but he's not actually running that, so that's why I thought he wasn't using his Virtue of Resolve. And didn't really need to either, to be honest, because they are indeed wiping them at mid. Only 25 points now away from the end of this match as Red 260 now, 481 to Eclipse, who are indeed taking this match to Red team at the moment. Not really seen a push on either Lord. Blue do not need to, and Red needed to, but decided not to because they might have been able to come back into the match as it was. We do see Blue team taking this second game in Faux Fire, and that's a 2-0 to Eclipse over Team Mister. I'm saying it both twice as I don't want to get the name wrong, basically.